My partners be hard as hell.
Yes, sir. Back like we never left.
Yes,
What
sir.
do, what do you do?
What's up, peoples?
Welcome to Atlanta Carcast Season 2. I don't know what episode we on now, but we still here. We back to our regularly scheduled program, slightly different time. Our apologies for the hour delay. We had some technical difficulty. But yeah.
It wasn't too technical, but it was a difficulty.
It was my bad. It was my bad. It was my bad. I don't care. It was my bad. So we back 10 o'clock. It should have been 9 o'clock. We going back to Fridays. We've been doing a lot of moving and shaking, a lot of traveling, a lot of stuff. Tia is under the weather. She will not be with us this evening. I go by the name of Mr. Who else we got?
I am Mr. Skip.
And I am the legendary Hulk.
He had to add all those adjectives up front.
Yeah.
So last week we had ladies night, and I guess this is what do they call the guy version of ladies night? I don't know.
The fellas.
The fellas night off?
No, the fellas.
The fellas.
I don't believe in fellas going on dates.
Off the leash. We off the leash.
We off the leash, off the chain. So yeah, we gonna be going to the crowd and the viewers and the comments a lot this show, because this one's gonna be very unscripted, off the cup. We're just gonna talk our shit and get on. So gentlemen, how we feeling?
I feel great. I'm on vacation.
Where you at again?
Myrtle Beach.
Myrtle Beach.
Man, we thought
Myrtle
you was
Beach.
somewhere. Everybody
Oh,
goes
yeah.
Myrtle Beach. No,
Man, can you tell? I've been on the beach all day. Can you tell that nice glow, that tan?
Yeah, you about black as me.
Yeah, I'm almost your complexion. By the time I get home, I will be your complexion.
Mm-hmm.
Myrtle
You can't work
Beach.
that out. You can't work that off. Once you get this complexion, that's it.
What's that thing they used to go to Myrtle Beach every year for? That it was like a big car
Nope.
thing.
Nope.
Nope, and it was something else.
Myrtle Beach Nationals.
And the bike, and talking about the
And
bike.
the Black Bike Week.
bike
Yeah,
week.
Black Bike Week. That's it.
Yeah.
They don't do that no more, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they do it.
Mhm.
I was coming down
Still
from
is.
Nope this year.
You was gonna
I-
come?
Oh yeah, I was playing. I was coming with Amin and Jay. We was
Mhm.
getting we was gonna get a Airbnb.
Well, it's actually supposed to be in Florence, at Florence Motor Speedway in September, or October rather. But, it's still up in the air right now, so we'll see. I've been in contact with the owners of the track itself, and it seems like it's still going to be a go. So, like I said, we're in a holding pattern, so to speak, when it comes to that.
Yeah, I'm going. If they have it, I'm going.
So
Be my
Skip, how you
first time.
feeling?
Hey man, I'm feeling great as usual. Had a lot of negative feedback, positive feedback, differences of opinion this whole week about a car show that I judged Sunday. So definitely get into that and some of the reasons why it happened. What the reason why that particular disagreement happened, and then talk about the culture itself, about why people seem to feel the way they feel about their vehicles.
So let's get this thing off. Do you think that you're getting a little bit more pushback because of this podcast, or were you getting all of this before that?
Well, and I kind of knew this was going to happen. I've never gotten pushback, that type of pushback. I'm gonna say people always come to me after every show and say, "Hey, man, why did I lose? Or, can you tell me something to do that will make you pay more attention to my car, or what do I need to do to get in the winner's circle?" Mm-hmm. And then I tell them what I think. Now, and then I preface it with saying that doesn't mean go do what I say. That means take my advice and then you tweak your car into a point or change it to a point where, you know what, I understand what he's saying, but let me put my touches on it. So that way it won't be Skip's idea of my car. It'll be my idea versus off of some of the advice that Skip gave me. Now, there's a two-part answer to that question. The pushback I got this week, and I said, well, I'm going to leave it alone. But the pushback I got this week came from a guy that has been known to complain when he loses. According to him, he had a legitimate gripe this time because the car that he lost to, everybody seemed to think that his car was better. Still up for debate. But the big issue was, or the narrative he was trying to create was, I didn't like him. I had a personal problem with him. Now, anybody that knows me knows I shoot straight from the heart. I don't sugarcoat. I don't mix my words. I make sure you understand what I'm saying without using big words. And if I need to use big words, that's what I'll do also. So I had to kill the narrative of the fact that I didn't like him. I had no reason not to. Then I also had to make people understand that judging is still opinionated, whether it's points, whether it's me handpicking them, whether it's showing favoritism or whatever, it's still an opinion at the end of the day. I created, if people notice at all of my shows, on my judge sheets, there are points. It's either 0 through 10 or 5, 10, 15, and 20. Nobody ever gets a perfect score because there is no perfect car. Now, I've seen some so close to perfect, it's ridiculous. But if you get a perfect score, then there's nothing else you can do except bring it out, and that's it. But there's always something you can change, something you can modify, something you can make better. So now, the person that we're talking about was under the assumption that when you have a point system, it means that, for instance, the way my points work are you have the under the hood, you have the exterior, the interior, the trunk, and the wheels, right? So all of those are different categories with points for cleanliness, appearance, size, stuff like that. So he was under the assumption that every single mod that you have in that particular area is a point, regardless of whether it's clean or not. For instance, if there's a 10 points for engine bay, and you say you did your alternator, you change your battery, you change your wires, you got to dress up the hood piece, and you paint it. Each one of those mods would be 1 or 2 points. And then once you get to 10, once you get to 10, that's it.
I changed my oil. That's another point. I changed my oil.
If you can see it, it's supposed to be a point. So I had to explain to him and everybody else that was listening that that's not how the points work. The points are there for explanation purposes. And let me explain that. At the bottom of all my judge sheets, it says in red letters, if your hood is closed, your doors are locked, and your trunk is closed, you will see zeros in those categories because I don't have access to judge them. I won't assume, even though I know your car, you'll just get zeros in those categories. Now, if all your stuff is open like the guys was, and I walk up and I say, okay, cleanliness. Now I'm looking for dirt in the obvious areas. If you drive the car, it's going to be dirty. But the obvious areas that you can wipe off, If there's dirt and dust there, we're starting at 5 and going down. We're not starting at 5 and going up because it's clean or you attempted to clean it. You see what I'm saying?
So you're saying it's supposed to be clean.
Right. It's supposed to be wiped off or an attempt made. So if I see you attempted to wipe your car down, it could have been hot, it could have been raining, anything. We start at 5 points, and I'll say, okay, well, I see where he wiped it off, but the dust flew or whatever. So now we're at 7. Then I look at around the battery case, around the obvious eye-catching things. Okay, it's clean over there. We go up another point, 8. It's still all opinion-based, but the points are there to show you why you didn't get a perfect score or you didn't get close to perfect.
Facts.
So the narrative that was created before I actually got on his live and explained it away was, if I got 20 miles on the car, at a half a point apiece, that's still 10 points. So how could that other car have beaten me? Another thing I dispelled was you can have a Toyota, a Honda, a Mercedes, and a Ferrari side by side. All of them have the exact same judge sheet. I don't pick up that judge sheet for the Toyota and compare it to the Lamborghini or the Ferrari. I judge what's in front of me.
I'm glad you.
So his points for that Toyota are what he got. Put that down. So now when I judge this Lamborghini, I'm judging it. His points are what he got. So when I get all 4 of those sheets and I say, okay, 60 points, 61 points, 69 points, 70 points, it doesn't matter the make model of the car. It matters the points they got for what I was looking at. So the Toyota can beat the Lamborghini. You see what I'm saying?
So most Lamborghinis that you see at these shows, and we've seen some, are stock.
Yep. They sure are, and they
so
think they should win.
If the point system is 1 through 10, and a Lamborghini pulls in, and the expectations is it should be clean, does that Lamborghini then get just fires because it's supposed to be clean, and he has just everything is factory, but it's a Lamborghini.
Stock clean and stock car wash, 2 different things. Stock clean was if you see it right about, damn, that thing clean. But when it stopped, you see water spots or you see dirt everywhere. That's stock clean. But if you go wash your car, you can tell the difference. You see what I'm saying? So if you pull up to a car show with a Lamborghini and I see you washed it, I'm starting at 5 points now. Okay, it's all stock, but it's clean. We're at 6. Didn't do nothing else. Didn't do nothing else. Okay, it's just regular stock paint. Okay, now we're on to the next category. You got a 6 in just the exterior because there's nothing else. You got a 6 because you started at 5 because you did clean it. Okay, you washed it. 6. Everything else is stock. We're going to stop at 6 for that category. Now we go to the interior.
See, I don't think people get that. I think people think that if a Lamborghini pulls up, oh, that's a Lamborghini. We ain't never seen a Lamborghini. That should win.
Yes,
but
and that's exactly what they do.
The one narrative that all of us have is that the more money you spend, the closer you are to winning. I keep like I had to tell dude, I don't care how much money you put in your car. You could dump all your money into your rims. Does that make your whole car clean? Does that make your car better because now you got the hot rim on the market or whatever? No, it just makes you have those expensive rims. So telling me I touched every corner of my car doesn't mean anything to me if it doesn't look good as a package. You see what I'm saying? Car shows are that. Shows. If you do a show, you're trying to get attention. When Hulk's car pulls up, he gets attention. You see what I'm saying? If people are taking pictures with his car or going around his car oogling and blah, 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 that's what a show is.
Yeah.
See, you can pull a car up and open all the doors and they be like, oh, man, that's clean. That's old school. Okay. Oh, look at the comic book. Oh, he got characters. Oh, wow. You see what I'm saying? That's what a show is. All of those things factor into the show part. So if this guy had fur, he had fur in his car. He had fur in his headlines. Us, blacks as car enthusiasts, don't put fur in their shit. That's not what I'm looking at when I'm looking at that car. I'm looking at his whole thing. He got fur. Okay, well, let's come on. I see what he did with it. Okay. Oh, well, now I get it. Now, as a judge, I'm supposed to nitpick and figure out why he got this or ask him, what are you trying to accomplish here? But all through the day, people's kids were getting in his car, taking pictures, playing with the skeletons, posing by the tombstones he had. So his display did its job. Those are extra points. Those are the show points that it's not on the paper that you get. So when you try to be literal and say, but if you go by the judge sheet, you can't tell the judge how to judge. The sheet that we give you shows you what you'll be judged on. Everybody that competes understands that the more attention you can bring to your card, the better chance you have of winning. That's why we have the big guarded rims. That's why we have the loud music. That's why we have the loud colored paint, the different wow factors with the paint wraps or whatever. You see what I'm saying? Same thing. You bring attention to it. So when you say to me, no, that's not right. It's not how you do it. Have you judged before? No. Anybody ever asked you to judge? No. Why do you think everybody asked me to judge? My opinion must mean something. People must respect it if I'm constantly being asked by all of these different organizations. So this is not by luck. Experience, trial and error, everything else plays into this. So I get where he's coming from. By the naked eye, he shouldn't have lost. The naked eye test, he shouldn't have lost. But if you got a judge that's going to be fair to every single car he judges, you got to take that into consideration. I don't care because you just bought $5,000 rims. I don't care because you upgraded your brakes. If I can't see your brakes, what's an upgrade? Like I used a comparison on his live of Ghost from Camaro Nation. His motor has at least $50,000 inside of it. You can hear it when he cranks it up. When he pulls off down the road, you can tell, boy, that ain't regular. But can you judge it? No.
That's hard to judge.
As a mechanic, as a guy that likes speed and likes fast cars, I know what he's got in that car. But when he opened that hood, I see his decorations. I see dust. I see this, and that's what I'm judging. So if he loses, skip down, why I lost? Well, dog, you pulled up, you didn't wipe your car down. Or you just lost today. Or, blah, 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 and you came late. Whatever the case may be, there's going to be a reason why you lost other than, man, I got $80,000 in my car. That's not what a car show is about. If that's the case, go to Caffeine and Octane. You understand me?
But I look at it from the standpoint of when you have a lot of these shows where, in my opinion, the judge is overwhelmed.
I'm not.
Is that so? You've never been overwhelmed?
I work at Nopi. If you ever been to a Nopi show, you can understand. Now, granted, at Nopi, we had like 20 judges. You understand me? Everybody took a category of car. Like I used to have Chevrolets. That included cars, trucks, whatever. Then, like if Chevrolet was the biggest show up group of people, then there was 3-4 judges in that category because there was 500-600 cars. But we're talking about a 3-day car show also. You see what I'm saying? Right. So judging starts.
Are thinking that in some cases, not all, and this might not even be you, Skip, but I think they're thinking that sometimes these judges are overwhelmed when they go to these shows, and sometimes they didn't expect 300 cars, and 300 cars show up, and they were expecting 100 cars. So now you got to judge another 200 cars.
Well, see, the thing is, and I can understand that, about the overwhelming part, but we're not talking about white glove judging, where you got to look at every crack and crevice. We're talking about the eye test. Hypothetically speaking, my car, 98 Grand Marquis, not my old orange and green one that everything was touched, but mine outside. It's got it had rims. I took them off, but I pull up to the car, show my rims are clean. It's a stock paint. It's got scratches in it, dents in it. The seats are torn, and I got music in the trunk. Me as a judge, I see my car, be like, okay, he got rims. It ain't really clean. Seats interior torn. Okay, boom, I'm gone. You don't waste no time on a car that really doesn't have a chance of winning. That's what people think. You're supposed to give every single car the same amount of time when there's no use in it. You don't have to. The eye test will tell you, okay, well, he's here to support. He must be in the club participation battle. Or he's just here because this is what he likes. You see what I'm saying? So the way in my opinion, the way you get overwhelmed is because About the Life pulls up, then Camaro Nation pulls up, then Highway Hogan pulls up. Now there's 70 cars I got to park. I got to try to park them together. Then I got to get them all situated, get all the money taken care of, make sure they got their paperwork. Now I got to start judging. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But with me have done it so much, hey, how many you got? 20? Okay, cool. When you come in, man, all y'all go over there and park. Make sure you line up, y'all get inside the parking spaces, and I'm gone. Because I'm so used to doing it, I categorize, I prioritize how things need to be in order for me to get where I need to go the next step. Mm-hmm. So the overwhelming part comes from because most people put themselves in my position or the judge's position and say, damn, how can he do all that? But I get it done week in and week out.
Question for you, Skip.
Go ahead.
So when you come across some of the exact same cars show after show after show,
mm-hmm.
do you still give that particular car the same amount of attention, even though you just judged this car last weekend or the weekend after, and
okay.
you know that, and they haven't put any new mods in?
Now, I don't know that. This is what I do, and both of y'all can attest to this because I know I've asked y'all this question at the shows. Hey, I'm finna judge your car, man. Anything you want me to see that you might have changed since last week? Oh, you know my car. You've done it, huh? You know my car. Okay, cool. Now I'm looking. I remember. Okay, I remember what you got, and I'm gone. But if you say, well, that's your job to figure it out. That's your prerogative. No. I'm not upset about that. But that's your prerogative to say that because
that's the reality.
So now, guess what I got to do? Now, it's a quick browse or peruse, if you may, but it ain't my job to find the new screws that you changed. If you changed your lights, or if you changed from drum brakes to disc brakes, or something like that, you should be happy to say, hey, man, come on, let me show you what I did. Come on, look at this here with the lights or whatever the case may be. Now, the enthusiasm plays a part in it, that you're happy that I'm asking about it and judging your car the right way. The appearance, everything plays a factor into you getting that extra point or that one more point to probably push you over the edge. But if you say some stuff like, well, okay, I'm setting up, man. You can judge it later. Okay, cool. I'm going and doing the next thing, and then you asking me to judge the car? Yeah. You don't want to walk around with me and tell me some stuff about it? Oh, no, go ahead, man. So now I'm judging. But most of the time, people say, boy, I've changed some stuff since last time you seen it. But come on, walk with me, dog, and tell me what I'm going to miss. And I say tell me what I'm going to miss because I'm already now picturing what your car was last week. I expect you to say, well, you remember last week, I didn't have the hood scoop. Now I got it. Mm-hmm. Last week, I didn't have this. Now I got fiberglass, or I got, whatever the case may be. So those are the things where I want people to participate with me while I'm judging your car. Well, did you see the sheet? No. A lot of times I won't even score it until I walk off. You see what I'm saying? But the fact that you're telling me what you've changed or what you've done and upgraded, again, goes a lot farther than you getting 2 points versus getting 1. You see what I'm saying? The effort and the showmanship is what it's about. And we're getting away from that because everything now is about dollar amount. Oh, well, I got 34s. Anybody got 34s? That should qualify me for a win right now. And in certain car shows like Stuntfest, you will get a win if you pull up in 34s. They tell you that. Mm-hmm. Rim size is 60% of your score. So again, know your audience.
Yep.
The name of the show is Stuntfest. If you're not stunting, you ain't gonna win. That's it. You see what I'm saying? So it's like I said, man, and I don't mind explaining this stuff every single show. The point is, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. So what do you say when people say you have a tendency to favor old school? Old schools normally get the best male or the best male or the best in show trophy, because they've said it quite a few times.
Right. And okay, now let me knock that down a step or two, a rung or two on the ladder.
Knock it down.
If you take a box Chevy and you take a 392 Charger and put them side by side, stop. 392 is going to look better. But if you crank it up, 392 is going to sound like a monster. But then if you crank that box Chevy up and he got cams and headers and all that, then you be like, uh-oh, let me look at that motor. You raise your hood, I see stop horsepower. You raise his hood, I see dressed up, bought, stop horsepower. Advantage. Advantage. You see what I'm saying? That's advantage right there under the hood. Now, I'm looking at the rims. I'm looking at the paint. Over here on this 392, 9 times out of 10, this ain't no knock on nobody. It's a wrap, or it's got stickers on it, or it may have aftermarket paint. So now, paint to wrap. I don't give one more weight than the other because it's all a form of dress up. Whether you spent $10,000 on the wrap or $10,000 on paint, it's about now the look, how it looks on the car. So those pretty much will wash themselves out unless you get an outrageous paint job that's just eye catching, and when the sun hits it, it does everything. It makes you be like, wow, that color's off the chain. So again, the showmanship part of it is what will push the old school over the edge versus the new school. Now, there have been new schools won best of shows on my shows, and their old schools show up. But the people that complain about an old school beating them know in their heart and in their mind that they shouldn't have beat their car.
Mm-hmm.
They just assume they should have because they got a new school and it was easier to fix up and paint versus all of the effort and time and money put into the old school. Hold on one second. Hold on, I gotta take this from my wife. Hold on one second.
Go ahead. Hulk.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. Do you think certain cars are in a multiverse, meaning they're not old school, they're not new school, they're kind of in between, and they're kind of overlooked, and they're not given the respect that they need because they're kind of like in this little gray area? You think that's possible?
Yes and no. To me, I guess it's all about the look of the car, how it's presented. You can present it on this silver platter,
Mm-hmm.
but if you don't dress it up a little bit, it's just gonna be stuck on the silver platter.
Mm-hmm.
But if you put it on the garbage lid and you dress it up, it's a little different. But if you dress it's based on how you dress it up. But no, I don't think it gets overlooked. I think it's a missed opportunity, I think.
I mean, what I'm saying is, if I hooked up a 94 Geo Sidekick, brought it to the show, and I've seen some of these with like 28s, 30s on them. I don't know if you remember that car. You remember that car? One of the first cars. So, would that type of vehicle be considered what I'm describing in this like gray area?
Yeah, just
multiverse. You know what I'm saying?
Like the Mitsubishi 3000, like a Mitsubishi 3000.
Yeah, anything from like 94 to like 98, 99.
Because it's not a new school and it's not an old school.
Right.
Yeah, it's one of those missed opportunities. How do you dress it up? Because the aftermarket parts don't fit it.
No, not gonna happen.
Not gonna fit it at all.
So I think what happened with Skip and this gentleman that he's referring to, who will remain nameless, I think his vehicle is kind of stuck in that world,
in that gray area.
Yeah, he's really in that gray. I mean, it looks great. It's a great build, and he had to basically customize stuff because it wasn't available.
Yeah,
and in his mind, he said, "Oh, well, shit, I should get more points for that." Because I had to customize this. Y'all just went on Amazon and y'all ordered it and it was there maybe same day. But my stuff had to be made. Like, I wanted Skip's take on that. We can when he comes back on, we can get his take on it. But what are your thoughts on that?
I don't think it to me is based on how it looks. If the kilometer looks together, if it looks just thrown together, it's not going. It looks ugly, regardless on what year it is. If it's in that gray area, but if it's done right, it makes a bigger impact.
Big facts.
If it's done right, because that's the catch right there. A lot of people throw a bunch of mods on and think that's what's going to win, but it looks like a whole lot of stuff just thrown together. If there's no flow of way you got your mods or one theme versus a bunch of themes,
Mm-hmm.
you know, to make it all come together as one.
So if they put like a whole comic book over their car, like that would be fucking stupid, wouldn't it?
Yeah, a whole comic book, a whole fucking comic book. But if that comic book, if you can read that comic book from one end to the other, it's one big.
Then it's dope.
It's dope. Because ain't nobody gonna do that. Ain't nobody gonna do it but the kids, you know. And
Yeah.
But you can't take nothing from the kid, from that guy. You know, guy's car is dope as hell. But it's what he failed to realize is you're not competing against everybody else. You're not competing against the whole car. You're not competing against that old school. Your points is for your car. You know. You know, and if he was giving us points for mods, you know how many points I would get?
Quite a bit.
How many points you would get?
Yeah. I mean, because it's like it's only 1 through 10 in the sheet that he's describing. It's like, how many fucking points can you get? I mean, that wouldn't be a lot. You know, if you only can get 10, it would get real dicey in order to judge that.
Yeah, my question to Skip is also is if my car gets if it's 5 total key you can get is 100. I mean 50. To say total you can get is 50. I get 40. I get 40 points 1 week. Then the next week when I come back with the exact same car, do I get another 40 points?
Right, off rip.
Yeah.
In the same state.
Yeah, same state. Just clean. Ram sparkling. Do you get another 40? How does that work? Because that's the whole point system. You know.
I would say no. But I don't know. It's a lot of subjectiveness and a lot of just however that person is feeling that day that people really don't understand. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, we're human. And yes, we make mistakes and we work off of emotion. So, you know, the car before car A could have pissed the judge off, and that may affect how he judges the car. You know, it could be a whole lot of different factors. You know, people don't really understand that.
I wonder if you go to a car show and it's a bunch of basic cars are the one super souped up car does that all of a sudden go from a 40 to now a 50?
Right.
Because everything else is 10s, 20s, 30s.
So here's another shameless plug. Camaro Nation ATL presents Summer Smash Car and Bike Show while Skip is running around. Sunday, August 15th. That's this Sunday, 2021, 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. This is the 3rd annual, if you don't count COVID, car show that Camaro Nation is thrown. It's at the Porter Center for Performing Arts and Community Center, 3181 Rainbow Drive, Decatur, Georgia. $15 general admission, $25 show registration, and $40 VIP. VIP is right up front of this great facility. The parking is great. The structure is great. It's one of the best venues that you can get in the city. We have a great turnout. We want everybody to come out on that. The show starts at 12. So show up, show out. Hulk is out of town, but his car actually will be there, correct?
Yes, it will. And is it safe to say we are broadcasting live?
And ding, 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 ding. Hold on, let me get some clap. We will be satellite broadcasting from this car show. This will be our first satellite broadcast, and it's going to be like a sporting event. So if y'all don't get a chance to catch this show, you can log onto our platforms and you'll still be able to see it. Or you'll be able to see it after the fact, like a sporting event. So we're gonna have a control desk where we'll be at, and then we'll have people in the field interviewing people, talking to people, all this other kind of good stuff. So Atlanta CarCast will be at Camaro Nation's car show. We will be on deck. Please come out and support. It's gonna be a great show. Ton of vendors. The last vendors that we had at the last several shows were great. The food was great. The vibe was great. Wasn't no drama. It was like perfect. So yeah, we're gonna be on deck. Hulk will be remote, so he will be with us. But yeah, our camera crew will be there, and we are going to be on deck. Questions? Please go to Camaro Nation's Instagram page or hit them up on Facebook if y'all got any questions. Or if y'all got questions, send it to us.
Yep. I wish I can be there because that's gonna be a dope show.
That's gonna be a dope show. Gonna be
a dope show. But the Hulkmobile's gonna be out there.
Yeah. So Hulk, while Skip is messing around, let me pick your brain. So how we coming with Elite Muscle?
Wow, Elite Muscle, we got some major stuff up our sleeves, man.
Curveball.
My VP and president, my whole team over at Working Up a Storm, they got some big things up our sleeves. We about to launch we're gonna be launching our website, which is gonna have a whole lot of I can't even say it because I want to say it, but I can't say it because it's a surprise.
I asked you the question at the wrong time.
Yeah, I want to tell you, but I can't because plus, folks are trying to steal your ideas.
Keep it on the wrap. Keep it on the wrap.
But I'm gonna be coming to you to put you in there also.
Oh, yeah,
because you got a dope car, so I want to see if we can get your car on that page. See if how you want to do it.
I got to do some work to it. I'm like not where I want to be right now because I've just been lazy and I've been putting all my efforts into this podcast. So I got to get back to Megatron and and we gonna get there.
So what's your idea for next year? What you gonna do to Megatron for next year?
We doing paint. I usually switch rims every year and a half. Right now we got 4s, so I'm thinking I'm switching rims again, and I'm going 26s in the back, 24s in the front, and I'm switching paint. It's gonna look like a gorilla, and it's gonna be dangerous.
Yeah,
we've done lights, all that. I mean, just little. I'm tired of this trendy shit. Like everybody's got Lambo doors now. Like I want to be the first person to do something like suicide doors where they flip out or something like Bentley doors or something. I got to do something different. I don't want to keep trying to follow suit and do what everybody else doing.
Yeah, I agree. But that's gonna be dope as hell if you can get that. I don't know how it's gonna work.
Yeah,
but that would be dope. You'll be the only car.
Mm-hmm. Shaved handles, or just thinking outside of the box and not just whatever you see at a show. Like, oh shit, I want to do that. Hey, who could do that? Oh, or you post on Facebook. Hey, I need an idea on how to get Lambo dough. You know what I'm saying? I want to do something different. So it's real customized.
Yeah, I'm going back to 20s. I maybe even go to 22. So I'm getting rid of the 24s.
Because you got airbags now, right?
Not yet. I'm getting those next. I'm getting that this year.
Okay, so you're doing airbags. All right.
Yeah, but the problem with but even if I didn't, that car's rides like garbage on 24s.
Oh yeah, everything does.
I mean, it's not even fun to drive anymore.
I don't think people realize your car was designed to go a certain speed with a certain design with certain size rims. So if your car was manufactured with 19s, for example, and then you put 24s on it, your car now is thrown off. So if anybody ever uses Waze and you see the speedometer on Waze and it says you're going this speed, and then you look at your actual speedometer and it's speed, that's why, nigga.
And that's exactly what it does. Exactly.
Yeah, it's different. It either slows you down or it speeds you up, but it's not the same as it was designed to do.
I don't like it. It looks good standing in one spot, but driving looks great, but it feels horrible.
Oh, it's terrible.
I don't like the way it drives at all.
It looks damn good, but it drives like shit. So yeah.
So I'm gonna be selling 24s. Anybody want some dubs? Some chrome dubs. So I'm gonna be selling those.
Y'all check in with them. Get them rims.
Hell yeah.
I appreciate everybody liking the show. I seen one person like the show. Let's try to get the likes up. Let's share the broadcast, people. Share the page. I appreciate all the support and all that kind of good stuff. Miss Deadpool checking in.
Yeah. That's my VP. Now y'all don't realize the
I wonder
women.
what she got up her sleeve.
She probably working working up a storm because she's
She kind of
working on.
dangerous.
Oh yeah, she's working on. A lot of people don't realize how smart she is. You
Mm.
know, she when it comes to a great man, a female behind a great man, and you got a great man behind a great female because she's a beast. She's extremely intelligent. She
Big
got a
fact.
lot of amazing ideas. I think that's probably the reason why my VP and my president are both women because they got some amazing ideas.
Who's your
And
president? I'm sorry.
nails,
Ah, that's right. How could I
Sun
forget? My
Envy.
bad.
She does
My bad.
nails.
My bad.
She does all the celebrity nails. She just did what's her name? Spice's nails for her video and her
Oh, for
photo
real?
shoot. Oh god, yeah, that stuff was dope.
That's what's up.
Nails is the beast. And both of them put both of them together on the same team, we can't do nothing but win. Can't do nothing but win.
So when do you see y'all doing y'all first show?
We're doing it next year. We're doing it next year. We was gonna do it in October, but we're gonna kind of wait a little bit and kind of do it probably around our anniversary.
I don't know what y'all waiting on.
Yeah, we want to do it right.
Do it right.
Want to do it right. Yeah. Plus, on top of we're going to all the shows and we're taking notes on what we like and what we don't like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To me, it all starts with location.
Yes.
It is extremely difficult.
Yep. And we
to
got
find a location these days.
Oh yeah, but we got a secret weapon that we not mentioning that's coming to Elite Muscle. And she has a ton of connections, and she's gorgeous too. She dropped dead gorgeous.
Nice.
So, yeah. So when she comes aboard, she gonna take it to a whole nother level as well. It's always good to surround yourself by beautiful, smart, intelligent women. Not to say nothing about my guys in the club. My guys are geniuses as well.
Right.
So it's all about building that perfect team.
So I don't think Skip coming back.
You don't think so?
He always had these mysterious phone calls. I'm just the engineer. Y'all the host.
Yeah. Driving the car.
Under the weather. You out of town. Oh my God.
Oh yeah. And T's under the weather.
This is gonna be a short night. Y'all ain't got no questions in the chat.
Come on,
if y'all ain't got no questions. Y'all better get this thing lit, or we getting the hell up out of here. I'm telling you something right now.
Because you literally just got home from work.
I'm telling you, y'all better ask some questions, or this thing is over.
Because you literally just got home from work, didn't you?
Just walked in.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And as you can tell, I'm dark as hell. I've been on the beach all day, just relaxing. It's a beautiful thing, man. It's been a weird ass year this year.
Overdue.
Yes.
Overdue. That's why I say when I went to Miami, when we went to Orlando, Chicago, different. I mean, you got to live, man. People dying every day. Every day. I mean, this lady almost died in my store today on the floor. Like, she was almost out of here. Like
that's crazy.
I was just talking to him, and like 2 seconds later, she was like out of here. So
we had a female have a stroke. She was having a stroke in our store, literally right in front of us. She was just oblivious to what the hell was going on. Trust me, we've been there. So I realized this. Everybody's after my head.
As far as what?
When it comes to this car thing, everybody's trying to come. Everybody's coming after me.
They tired of you winning. Gotcha, bitch. They tired of you winning.
I talked to my
hold on. Do you realize how long you've been fucking winning?
Nah,
you don't realize how long you've been winning.
Now I do.
You do now?
Now I do, because when I pull up and they say, "You already know you're gonna get a trophy."
Oh shit!
I'm like, I might get a top 20, but I'm striving for a little bit more than just the
And
top
see,
20.
the thing is with the show that Skip was referring to, they only had a top 15. Top 15. The average great show in Atlanta is top 25 through top 30. So
Right.
you break down, you go to one of these shows that's got top 15. Oh man, that's pulling teeth, bro. Somebody gonna get their feelings hurt.
Yeah.
You know, it even almost gets to the point where certain clubs will have static because okay, we pull up 20 deep, you know, as a club, and it's top 15. Oh shit, that's narrowing down how many people in my club can win.
Yeah.
So now I feel some type of way. So
Yeah,
I already
because-
know, okay, my president gonna win, my VP
Yeah.
gonna win, this person gonna win. Oh shit, I ain't gonna get shit. You know what I'm saying? That's how
Yeah.
they feel, right? Am I crazy?
It is because they are gonna give all the trophies to one club,
Right.
you know. But I think that's one of the things that we're gonna, when we have our show, one of the things we're gonna say is, if one particular person gets more than one trophy, give it to them. If they earned it, if they got best interior, best this, best that, give it to them.
Let them go.
I'm back.
But the catch is, we're gonna make sure that's gonna be a ton of trophies too.
Man, let me tell y'all. No, I'm not. Well, I'm good now.
So, she okay?
The police were chasing the dude through my neighborhood.
The what?
The police were chasing the dude through my subdivision, my cul-de-sac, and he had kicked in the door across the street. So to show y'all that I'm not playing.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So the neighbor across the street ran over, and my wife was pulling in the driveway, and they were in a panic real quick. And when you hear your significant other in an uproar, you
I already know.
Yeah, so
you knew exactly the steps. You knew what the hell was going to happen.
Yeah,
you knew the protocol.
But anyway, enough of that. But everything's good.
Good.
They did their thing, so I'm back now. So
wow.
Yeah, had to go get that 5-5. You know, no, this ain't that. If you want to kick the doors in, pal.
This ain't that, and that ain't this.
Yeah, so. But anyway, I'm sorry I interrupted y'all.
I don't know what he missed. It was something I wanted to ask him, and I can't even remember now. What did I want to ask him, Hulk?
Was it about giving more than one trophy to a person?
No,
was that what I was talking about?
I think that's what you were talking about. I don't know. I can't remember. We was just trying to fill up the space since our A mic just left us.
Okay, hey, man.
Milk. Yeah,
gotta do what you gotta do, brother.
Okay.
Yeah.
We realized we just realized our mouths ain't as big as yours.
Yeah,
we just found that out.
We couldn't even do
it. Look, check this out. Okay, y'all had that.
Oh no, that's what we were kind of recapping, kind of bouncing what you were talking about as far as the judging. And I was asking Hulk, I said, hey man, is it possible that a car can be stuck in a gray area or a multiverse in a Marvel comic book sense of? And my example was my example was if I pull up in a 94 Geo Sidekick on 30s.
That's ugly. I know what a sidekick looks like. 30s won't fit on it.
But it's a sidekick.
I don't even know what a sidekick is. I gotta Google that later.
Imagine a Jeep miniature. Like, imagine the Jeeps now miniature. That's what a sidekick was. They were small Jeeps.
Yeah.
But they used to put the body kits on, or the ground effect kits, and drop them to the ground. Beautiful.
Yeah.
But it's the type of car that you can't put big rims on it because of the way it's made. Right. But that's why we said 30s, they would look like, oh, wow.
Well, not 30. What I'm saying is that type of car, a 94 vehicle like that, is not really old school and it's not new school. And those type of vehicles kind of get lost in the shuffle.
They call them tweeners. They're in between what people like, the old school and the new school. The new school cars now are built more fast and round and muscular, so to speak, whereas the old schools are just muscle, period. And then when you put the touches on them and do everything else, it enhances all of that old school technology that people used to love and care about. So the tweeners are just cars that made up that space, and some people still have them. And there's only so much you can do to them to make them even presentable. I get it.
So they can't win. They can't win.
Normally, I would say yes, but there are some that kind of car. No, there are some cars that just ain't made for car shows. There ain't nothing you can do to make them.
Let me ask you about. Let me ask you about.
Name. Hold on, Hawk. Name one that is.
What? A car from the 90s?
Name a tweener that's made for a car show.
Malibus.
Which Malibu?
The new schools.
The baby mama car?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hell no.
Shit.
What year?
Oh, I don't know the years of them because I never
You ain't
had
talking about the baby mama Malibu.
Yeah, the ones that resemble Impalas a little bit.
Hell no.
Shit.
Yeah. Oh, that's ugly.
Hell no.
Okay.
You bugging.
I'm gonna find some pictures. I'm gonna find some pictures of the one I judged in Myrtle Beach, and I'm gonna send it to you. And you be like, "That ain't no Malibu."
It's just like an Avenger. Them Dodge Avengers.
What year Malibu
I
you
don't
talking?
know what year it was. I don't know. I'm
gotta see
not a
that.
Malibu fan.
What about a 94 Riviera?
Hell no. I remember them too though.
Rivieras were
Everybody
made like boats.
on them. Everybody
like
had
boats.
spinners on them.
Yeah, they were made like boats.
Yep.
They were round in the front and the back, and nothing you could do. Like a Taurus, the old school Taurus. They were round in the front and the back.
You ain't gonna win, right? You pull up at you pull your black ass up in Proud Fest in a Riviera and see what happens.
Really?
They put you in old school. You'd automatically go straight to the old school category with it.
But I love that particular car. The 90,
you
93
like
to
I used to like
96 Riviera Dodge. Riviera.
Everybody got their car. Y'all used to like Delta 88s, the old mobiles.
So what y'all saying is it ain't no tweener that can compete.
I'm not saying that because we don't know all the tweeners. We're just thinking about ones. We're thinking about ugly tweeners. There's also the tweeners that are not ugly.
I can't think of none.
Grand National.
That's old school.
Why is it old school? It's the 88.
That's old. That 88. That's old school. Skip, come on now.
So what is the 72?
That's old school.
Oh, so you're thinking 50, 60 years back, everything back there is old school.
To me,
because a Model A is old school, a 57 Chevy is old school, a 72 Donk is old school.
To me, I don't think much shit came out in 89, so that don't count. 90 was the turn of the, you know what I'm saying?
Grand Nationals came out in 88, 89, and 90. They only made them 3 years.
I don't think anything from 89 up is old school.
Okay, gotcha. I get what you're saying now.
89, 90 up.
So
88, 87 back, yes.
So
I said
you can't name one car from 89 to 99 that you could pull up in.
You can pull up in Crown Vics. And it's some Crown Vics that are killer, even right now. That
it's a 94. I remember it's a 94 that won.
Besides Crown Vics, I give you Crown Vics. I give you that.
Okay.
Yeah. Unless you're talking about vets, you know, the classic cars that have never went away. We're not talking about Mustangs.
We're not talking about muscle cars. Those are muscle cars. We're not talking about those.
I'm talking about a car that has went away, that was birthed or that was written and purchased in that 10-year span.
Pontiac GTP. What about Pontiac GTP?
The G8s and the Grand Prix and
yeah.
Those are overlooked too.
Yeah, I love them. I would buy one of those in a heartbeat.
The Acura NSX. For real. Somebody put the Acura NSX. That's a bad motherfucker. I don't know what you thinking.
Bad motherfucker?
Woo.
Oh, they said caddy too. The caddies, you're not winning. You're not winning with a caddy.
Not the square bodies. Now you can take a Rome or a sedan like what Barry from the firm has, the Black Stallion.
But see, to me, that's
a 94.
I don't know what year it is.
Yeah,
that's a mid-90s. I think so.
Yeah,
okay, that's a good example then.
Mm-hmm. But that you could do a lot of mods to that car.
That body look old school to me though.
No, it's a nice car.
Yeah, it looks old school to me too. I agree, 110%.
Anyway,
Body looks old school.
Why are we talking about tweeners?
I don't know. They don't get no support. They don't get no love. They don't get no love. Well, and that's why I brought up the sidekick, because that's a perfect example.
But you know what? If you take the Suzuki Samurai and the Suzuki Sidekick, and somebody was to get one and do them like we used to do them back then, it'd come here and win the show.
The neons, remember they used to trick out the neons?
Neons, yeah. But see, the thing is, they used to slam them on the ground, put the whole ground effects kit on it, have the music in it, and it was convertible.
Mm-hmm.
It had a plastic top. If you can get that car and that, like we used to do it back then, and bring it up here now, it'd win a show.
Oh yeah,
it would win a show because of the uniqueness of it. The fact that you gotta go to the junkyard to find one now. You know what I mean? So
is it safe to say most likely a Mexican's gonna pull up in it?
No.
Latino?
No.
That's racist.
No, not that particular car. No.
Yeah.
Not the reason being, and then this is gonna sound a little racist, I guess. Mexicans always buy something they can bring their families around in.
Facts.
You never see them as something too small for them and their families. Even low riders, it's mostly 4 doors or big long ass cars that you can put your family in. Think about that.
Oh yeah.
Most Mexicans on the show scene, they have big ass cars.
Or you can get all them damn kids in there.
I just said families.
Family is like your mom and them.
No, family is your children, because one thing about Hispanics, they take their kids everywhere.
Yeah, you get the kids in there. You good.
Family first with them.
You get your kids in there. You straight.
One more thing I want to address too about what it was before I actually had to get up the thing here. We as car enthusiasts gotta stop with the. We gotta stop with the. We got to get rid of the attitude that our car, regardless of what it is the best thing rolling. You got to be objective about what you have and understand that the amount of money you put in a car doesn't guarantee anything except the fact that you spend a lot of money. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like using Ghost again, for example. He put a lot of money in his engine. But it doesn't translate to car show. It translates to you can hear me, you can see me leaving, or you can try to catch me and I'm going. That's what that means. So, yeah, having money and being able to use it like you want to is a good thing. But if it's not making your car more appealing, more eye-catching, just taking it to the next level and dumping all that money in it is, I ain't gonna say it's not the move. It just doesn't make your car, it doesn't push it over the top. You know, and a lot of people tell me all the time, oh man, what that cold air intake cost me $1,500. Well, why'd you pay so much? It's a cold air intake. The only thing you can do to a cold air intake is take it from silver to gold. Or chrome. That's it. And then it's got to match everything else under your hood. You see what I'm saying? So spending all that extra money on something because it gives you an extra horsepower, or extra 20 horsepower, or it makes it sound like a jet engine or something, doesn't translate to eye-catching. Now, it's a pleasure to the ear when you pull off a revving engine, but you got to think in terms of show. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Versus in terms of money spent. Not saying that spending money is not a good thing, but as a judge now, I want people to understand that Hulk could win the last 60 shows. If he pulls up and there's 10 cars like his, not with the same kind of wrap, but they're all wrapped and pretty like his, he got some competition now. If he don't have a display and they have a display, he's 2 points behind.
Yep.
If he just opens his doors and they got interior done, he's 2 points behind. Damn, cause his resume says, well, he's clean all over. I'm judging what's in front of me now. I'm not comparing car to car. And I think that's the thing that people have the hardest time understanding is if it's 5 392s side by side, it's one thing I'm not even gonna pay attention to. Engine size. It doesn't matter.
Nope.
You see what I'm saying? I got to judge what you do under that hood to make me look up under your hood longer than 5 seconds. What you do to your interior? What you change? What part of your interior did you touch that nobody else has touched? One young lady on the her Dodge, the Walking Dead, on the horn, it was the Dodge Ram. She took that off and put the dude from the office or something, the little dead guy, there.
She was on the show.
So when I looked in there, I'm like, oh, you took the Dodge Ram off. Who is that? Oh, that's the guy from the office in Walking Dead. You ain't never watched it? No, I have never watched it. So now, okay, she's touching stuff that's you always look over. So
but see, hold on, let me stop because she's a great example. I'm glad you brought her up. She has what we consider in the culture. She has a quarter set, a half set, a 3/4 set, and a full set
of display.
Yes.
Like
Hulk, you don't even have a real set.
No.
Because for me, the reason why I don't, because for me, I think it takes away from the car. If your car is already eye catching like mine is, you don't need to put a lot more stuff because that wrap is right there is a lot.
Is enough to keep them involved. Like I told Nitty, remember I told Nitty that.
What are your thoughts on both of them? Like what is too much? What is too little?
Glad you brought it up because I've told her this, and I also told Glenn this, Stormtrooper.
Mm-hmm.
When we were at Time to Shine last week, 2 weekends ago, he had his trooper stuff all over the hood, and I said, "Hey, Glenn, stand in front of your car, and I'm gonna point some stuff out in there. Tell me what you see." I said, "Can you see your piece that's covering the side of your engine?" He did like this. I said, "No, I don't need you to move. I'm trying to make you see through my eyes. So you got all this stuff hanging from your hood, and people got to do like this to see the car. You're cluttering it up. Put the stuff on the outside. Get them in, and now they say, ooh, Stormtrooper. Oh, look at that, what he did to his engine. Oh, man, that's nice. The display should pull you in. The car should keep you there. You see what I'm saying? Yep. So what I told her with the Walking Dead car was, you got too much. See, what you're telling me now, a person that doesn't watch The Walking Dead is, damn, she really liked Walking Dead. She got everything. You see what I'm saying? But now, what I would have been if she'd had that bat laying there, then the sickle here, and then the skeleton, the guy with no legs and arms. Oh, look. Wow, look what she did to the dash. See, you got my attention. Now I see everything else. That's what a car show is.
And what it says to me is that you're trying too hard.
Not necessarily trying too hard. Some people don't know. Okay, well, watch this. You ever walk to somebody's house and be like, man, who decorated your house? I did. Shit, I want you to do mine. Same idea. So me having been to all these shows where there's huge displays and where there's a display with 2 pieces, and the display with 2 pieces beat the huge display. Hey, man, give me some ideas on what I should do. Well, get rid of some of the stuff. Keep the major stuff. Keep the eye-catching stuff. The stuff that everybody don't buy. See, it's easy for us to go buy Walking.
All right, so same philosophy, and you take Chameleon
Nick,
Vet.
What's up? Chameleon Vet. Yeah. Okay.
All right, so he has the same philosophy.
Yeah, he got a bunch of them.
Quarter set, half set, 3/4 set, full set. If he bring his full set out, now you can't even get to the car.
Exactly. And to me, that's a bad thing. I don't want to see.
The judges can. The judges can get to it.
Well, yeah, because I can step over the rope. But see, now again, I'm looking from a spectator's point of view. See, it's different with him because his car is an attention getter like Hulk's. Mm-hmm. Once he opens those doors and pop the hood, damn. Ooh, look at all that stuff. So now you're taking attention away from the car because you got so much stuff around it. I call it clutter. In my opinion on how you know if you got too much stuff, if the wind starts to move it, or you got to move around it to get to the car.
How does he not have too much stuff, but The Walking Dead do got too much stuff?
I've been to shows with him in Carolina and in Florida. and in Mississippi, as a matter of fact. He picks and chooses when he puts all of that stuff out. Like he used to come with
he got beach chairs.
AstroTurf. AstroTurf.
All that. Yeah.
With the Falcon, not the Falcon, but the Carolina Panthers, whatever it is, where he rolls his car ball, it looked like they on 50-yard line. Then he got all the stuff.
Field.
Right. So if it's football season, he'll bring that one out. And then, like you said, he has the lawn chairs and such and such. So his displays match where he is. And that to itself is ingenious, because you think about it, a Corvette is an all-weather car, all-season car. You drop the top, you go to the beach. You put the top on, put a motorcycle on, you go to the racetrack. You see what I'm saying? So his displays show you the different aspects of what he can do with that car. So with Walking Dead, she only has one way to display it, all out. So I told her, I said, why don't you try not to put all the stuff out and see if your car still gets the amount of attention that you're looking for. And when she started to see that, now she just brings out the big stuff. You know, she had the actual bat with the barbed wire around it. She had to take it back and get the plastic one because the kids started picking up the one with the barbed wire on it and hurt themselves.
But you notice a lot of people are starting to pull out a ton of props.
Right, but see, in my opinion, it too much. You can have too much. Stalker Camaro used to have too much. And I used to get on him about it. God damn, dog, that's way too much. He used to have his music blaring loud the whole show. Hey, man, turn down a little bit. You said people are going to come.
Yeah, he had the
he still does it. He still does
1,000 things.
Right. So it's small stuff like that where you got to be cognizant of your neighbors, number one. And you don't want to come off as, well, I know my car is better. And a lot of us do that. My car is better than yours, so I don't have to do nothing. Or I'm going to put all this stuff up so I can show them that I'm really ready to win. You know, and it falls back into that same thing where people will say, well, if I modded everything, how can I possibly lose? Well, it don't all fit. It doesn't all come together and make you say, damn, he killed that. That's different. You see what I'm saying? So back to my original statement was, we got to get in the habit of saying, there's a lot more I can do to this car. I know it's not the best, but in my eyes, it's great. Versus thinking I should win every time I pull up. Because I'll be that judge that hurt your feelings and say, well, man, it just didn't do it for me today. And so that could be the reason you lost.
So let me ask you that, since you mentioned that. So I'm going to use my car for an example. Just say for example, car sparkling clean. Everything from top to bottom, in and out. I got a 40 that week.
A 40. Oh, you mean 10s in all categories?
On the scorecard.
No, from out of 50. I got 40 out of 50. I'm just throwing a number out there. And then next week, come to another show you're judging. Car is in the exact same immaculate shape. Do you get another 40?
Based on the other cars that came.
Based on the first show I came to, it was some dope ass cars out there. I'm not putting it against any car.
Right, I get what you're saying.
The points I'm getting, and then the next show we go to, and it's a bunch of stock cars.
Right. Do you still get a 40?
Do I still get a 40?
Yes, and if you don't, then I expect you to say, "Goddamn, Skip, what's the difference between last week and this week?" You see what I'm saying? See that answer that goes back to what we started the show out with. I don't judge compared to what you did last week. Now, if you pull up and say, "I'm ready," and you open your door and I judge it, I remember what was last week. Now, if you didn't wipe it off, you're going to get less points now. But if your car is the exact same clean this week as it was last week, you should get the exact same score from me, regardless of what else is there. See, now what you can do is say, well, you know what? I got a 40 last week, and there was 100 cars out there better than mine. And I got a 40 this week, and I don't see one car that's better. You can almost tell yourself, well, I got best in show with my 40. See, 50 points don't make you get best in show. The highest score will make you get best in show. That's why I tell people, I don't judge your car by what's there. I judge what's in front of me. You see what I'm saying? So there's no possible way that you can come everything clean week one and get a 40, you can come everything clean week 2 and get a 50. That's me not judging you the same. That's where, you know, I'm the problem. You see what I'm saying? Why would I give you a 50 last week? Damn, because the other cards are there because you said that's not how you judge. You see what I'm saying? So I won't go from week to week comparing cards one week and then judging each individual card the next week. That's not how I do it. And if that happens, call me on it. And I'll be like, well, shit. Okay, I felt you know, I saw this different, or I didn't see that part last week, or whatever the excuse may be. But that's why I ask people to ask me those questions if you feel like I did something different.
What do you say to someone who goes out of town and they go to those shows where favoritism wins the show?
Well, the one thing I always say first is know your audience.
Yes.
And I preach that part because Florida is a favoritism state. I'm from Florida.
Mm-hmm.
When you go to, say, a Macon show, they're used to a certain thing there. When DJ Threat pulls up, ooh, that's different. They might give him best of show because he on 30s with Candy. And they're not used to that there. You may pull up and, you know, say Threat's not there. You pull up with your car and they be like, ooh, why is this a Charger? But the rap is nice. And ain't nothing there better than yours. That's where the favoritism kicks in at. And that's where you got to say to yourself, I am in another town. This is not appealing to them. And accept it for what it is. We got to learn to lose. We got to learn to know that we can't win everything. And accept the fact that we lost. And keep it moving. Mental Rolodex. I ain't going to that show no more. And
amen.
This is not me patting myself on the back. But I'm going to say it just like I'm thinking it. If I judge or I've gotten everybody on the South Side to one style of judging, and they go, say, to the North Side and get judged completely different and lose, they're pissed off at the people on the North Side because they're used to this style judging. And these people just look at your car and keep it moving. It's a blessing and a curse. Because I feel like my judging is not superior, but it's always good. And you go to a show like the one you guys are telling me about, Hawk, where the girlfriends judged. I don't know what show it was.
Yeah.
They judged what they think should win. They weren't competitors at all. They're not competitors. They're girlfriends of competitors. So why would they even be judging the show? And again, this is part of knowing your audience. Ask the question when you pull up before you pay your money. Man, we all got judges. Y'all got some car show enthusiast judges, some people that know about car judging, or y'all just got random judges? Those are questions you can ask, and they should be able to answer immediately. If they say, well, shit, I don't know. Hey, man, get somebody up before I pay my money. Y'all, hold on. If you got the team with you, hold on for a second. You see what I'm saying? Because you can figure out if you're going to get, quote unquote, fucked over or looked over or passed over because you're from the South Side or because you got a Charger or because you ain't got a dog, whatever the case may be. You see what I'm saying? So questions, man. You can always figure that out.
Yep. I think I'm going to actually take some of those advices in.
But I think people, they forget that you are the customer. You can ask a question, and if you can't ask a question, why would you give them your money?
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? That's one of the reasons why I tell everybody, man, ask me, please ask me. Because if you can't have a good experience around me, don't keep coming. Because if people stop coming because I'm there, then I'm going to stop working. People going to stop bringing me in if I'm running people off. You see what I'm saying? Because the object is to get people there to make them, the experience more enjoyable or whatever. So I very seldom argue with people about their car like I did last Sunday. But it was one of those things where it happened. I'm not going to sit here and say I didn't mean nothing I said or, I wish I'd have did something different. No, I'm scared. I did what I did. I accept it. It's what it is. He and I have talked on live in front of the world, and I'm assuming it's squashed. Red, I can imagine, but things will get better at playing. Oh, okay, that's Red with okay, yeah.
They're having a sidebar conversation, Skip.
I'm for real, man. Y'all call each other on the phone. That's what y'all do. Y'all
Right.
Y'all supposed to be asking us I hope y'all hear me. Now laugh or comment on that. Both of y'all. Nah. But yeah, man. I was given some advice on how I should judge cars in the future.
This is recently?
This whole week, or when all this stuff is going on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And I said, no, I cannot, I won't, for lack of a better term, I won't change what I'm doing that's got me to this point to appease one person, to satisfy one person. If the masses are okay and are good with what I'm doing and it works, why change?
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Now, if it's to the point where everybody's complaining about the same thing and it's different people making the same complaints, yeah, I got to do something, or else I won't be judging, or I won't be out there doing the things that I do for the car scene to move forward. But one of his things was, why don't we have a car show with no awards?
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was stupid as hell. I'm gonna be honest with
But
you.
He needs some milk.
But now, what he said didn't make sense, but it did. We used to do it all the time, and I said this to him in that damn line.
That ain't no car show.
It's not a car show; it's a meetup.
It's a meetup,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, meetups were hit and miss because you could have a bunch of old schools one day, and you could have a bunch of new schools the next day, but they were just meetups. People hang out and leave. Now the meetups consist of burnouts, doing donuts, laying drag, making a scene, turning your music up loud in neighborhoods and stuff like that. Whereas meetups before was we get park our cars, get out, mingle, talk, laugh, drink, go home. So the influx of all of the different attitudes and outlooks have changed all that. What's up, Nick? Look, man, y'all don't come on here speaking to each other. Say hey one time. Say hey everybody. How about that? Say hey everybody. They ain't here conversating this shit like they ain't got no damn ticket.
Hey, Skip, I noticed that big old ring around your neck. What is that?
This is a new trophy. Let me show
Let's
y'all
see it.
something.
Let's see it.
I am, if anybody remembers, a couple of years back, I did a car show called Battle for the Rings. I now have some rings that I ordered, and if y'all see, these are huge class rings. They're almost like Super Bowl rings. They are big. This is what it looks like on my hand.
Damn.
That's how big it is.
Wow.
That's my wedding ring up under it. This is how big they are, if you want to see. I will be giving these away at my car show. My car show is going to be called Battle for the Rings 2. I am stuck between now trying to decide if I'm going to do categories, because I do have enough rings to do categories. But there will be no second place. If I do a first and second, then it'll be first and second.
You heard that big ass ring hit the ground?
This is me dropping it on the table. They are huge.
They look heavy.
How big they are. They make a class ring look small.
Mm-hmm.
That's how big they are.
Hold on. Is that real gold though? Like, what's the detail? I'm just, or is it just novelty? I'm just curious.
Some questions don't deserve a damn answer.
I mean, some people never know.
Some questions just don't deserve a damn answer. Real gold. Look at this thing weighs about 3 pounds.
They want to know if it's gold plated. Is it what, like, give us the details, Skip. Come on now.
Skip, let me ask you another question. If somebody wanted to order those rings for their for one
those
of
rings cost me $27 each, and that is just per ring. And then I had to pay a $475 like a screen. It's not called a screen. What's it called?
Like to make the layout
to make the actual ring. So we're looking at
the setup.
Break it all down. I bought 50 of them, so I spent over $1,000 on those rings. So you're looking at using me and my license to get them. You're going to pay between $35 and $40 per ring. You see what I'm saying? And that's going to be paid up front. And it takes 2 weeks to make. Well, I took mine 3 weeks to get here. But I have 50 template. Yeah.
So they can't order through you though.
Yeah, they can order it through me, but
Cool.
just ain't yeah, I don't know nobody want to put the kind of money I put out for this. See, and let me say this here. When I do this car show, when I do this show, y'all, this is not about me making money. This is about me getting people to come out to win something of substance that's different. This ring, like you see me gather on my dog chain, you can wear it around your neck. I only have one size because I wasn't going to pay a different template price to get all the different sizes. No, because that would have been obscenely high, and it would have been like $80 a person to get in the show. I'm only charging $25 per head. So I will not be making my money back for these rings. It's not about that. It's about the enjoyment of the car scene and actually competing for something that means more than, like people say, $12 trophy.
So when is it? When is the show?
Yeah, when is the show?
I have not ironed the date out yet because I don't have all of my stuff in order yet. And what I mean by that is,
the better question is, when was the last time you threw a show compared to when you're going to do this show?
I have not thrown a car show for myself since, I hate to say it, since I did the last Battle for the Rings. And the reason I did that first one was because my good friend Magic had lost his son, and he needed some help burying his son. So we did the Battle for the Rings car show, and all the proceeds went to him to help him with his child.
Wow, that was beautiful.
I don't do a lot of bragging about things I've done for people, but that was the last show I've thrown with my name on it, that it was my show. One of the reasons why I don't do it is because I'm not a vampire, so to speak. I'm not trying to bleed the scene dry. I don't want people to say, well, goddamn, skip those shows every week. Because I can. But I'm not trying to appear to be greedy. I want to, make this thing. But this right here, when I saw the rings, I actually went to a basketball tournament. And I saw one. And I was like, hey, man, where'd you get that? And he was like, oh, man, this trophy coming in Las Vegas. I'm like, okay. What's the name of it? And he told me, I was like, well, I got an account with them. He was like, well, they can make them. So I went online and saw it, and I called them, and they were like, yeah, but it's going to take 3 weeks. You got to pay up front. Shit. I got to give y'all that money. Then wait. That's why I was telling y'all a couple weeks ago. I'm like, man, I can't wait. I'm on my ring. Okay.
Yeah, you can't wait to get them in.
Right.
So can we? Is there any way possible we can get Mister to be one of your judges for that show?
Get him to be a judge for my show?
Oh
no!
I
can get him to. He can walk around with me and watch me judge. I'll tell you what. That's a good idea.
I don't want none of that backlash, nigga.
Hold on. I had this exact same conversation with somebody. I'm like, yeah,
I don't weigh as much as y'all.
What you got to do with it? Floyd Ray was 145 pounds.
Run up on me.
Ain't nobody run up on Floyd either. He was 145.
See, I was talking. I had a conversation with somebody, and they was talking about them judging their own show and this and another. I said, okay, that's cool. I think that's a good idea. But you ready for that drama? You ready for that that heat that's gonna come behind it? There's a reason why people get skipped to judge their show. Not just because he's honest and he's gonna be straightforward, but he can take that heat.
We're gonna take all the heat.
But now I'm gonna tell you. I'm glad you said that. Glenn from Chaotic Obsession judged his own show and gave best his show to the Bull Camaro. Talking about it's different. I think he should win, and he got his head chopped off about that.
He got his head chopped clean off.
Man, I was just doing something different. Yeah, but you're playing with people's money. Even though it's only $20, it's still their money.
Yeah,
they expect to be treated fair. Yeah. And he said it. I give it to him again. I said, you won't never have nobody come to your shows no more.
Nope. Not today.
Nope. That's what I told him. I say, if you want to deal with that smoke, because you can't please everybody.
The foil car,
yeah, you're gonna foil car.
Hey, he was at the show Sunday.
Was he?
He came out. Oh, he was riding 2 miles an hour, so everybody could see him.
Wow. I wonder if he's seen this podcast. But I told him, I said, you ready for this?
Yeah,
I told him sometimes it's better to get someone else that's gonna,
but
they're gonna better answer those questions.
But it's a good thing you said that, because when you shift the blame, it's easy for you to say, "Well, damn dog, I paid somebody else to do it. I'll look into it." And I've never been that person to be like, "Well, shit, I ain't do it, man. I'll see what I can do." But you lost.
Right, wasn't me.
That's pretty much what you're gonna have to say.
Right, wasn't me.
Was it Bled that said that when you didn't win? Wasn't it his show you didn't win?
Yeah. It was
I hired somebody else to judge, and I didn't look at the paperwork. I was just shocked that y'all were.
Yeah, but
you can't say that. You can't say that.
Nope.
I was just as shocked as y'all was.
Now that's your show.
Oh yeah, right. Now he gonna do something differently now.
But the damage is done.
Oh yeah.
You see what I'm saying? The horse park show. People paid all that money to get in, and the trophy was this size.
The smaller.
Look, there it is. You keep that thing right on hand, don't you?
A motherfucker like 9/11, you better not forget it.
That was a $50 show and got that little bitty thing.
I couldn't believe it. And then, like I said, no knock on them, but they had hired me to make the trophies. And they came in and sat down right here where I'm sitting at, if y'all can see. And I was showing them all trophies. And they were like, "Oh, yeah, we want that one. I want 50 of them." Like, hold on. You know what they cost. I ain't worried about the money. So I calculated in front of them and showed them. Oh, no, we don't want that. And then I ain't hear nothing else. Yeah, so the day of the show, when I show, we got the trophy now, I'm like, okay, cool. Huh? Thank y'all went somewhere else. That's fine. Because they was paying me to host the show. Man, when it came time for the awards, I got to tell the story for all the people that didn't hear it. I'm up there. They had some rappers performing and whatnot, and they was nice. The kids were real nice.
They were.
And they had me in mind. I hadn't seen the trophies. I'm up in front of the stage on the ground. The stage is about, chest high behind me, and they sit the trophies behind me. And I hadn't seen them. And my daughter said, "Daddy, you made it?" No. I turned around. Hell no. Now, that was just between me and her. So when I went to talking, yeah, man, blah, 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 y'all gather around, the first person I called was that one. And he said out loud, "Skip, you made these trophies?" I said, "Hell no, I ain't made that bullshit."
Because you tell about the look I gave you.
Yeah, like, "Skip, you made this?" No, hell, man, come on, man. I ain't make no shit like that. The dude that hosted the show told me, "Round the show, you will never host one of my shows again." I say, "Well, if you keep giving away trophy like this here, you ain't gonna have nothing."
No, nobody's gonna go.
No,
you charge all that damn money to get in the gate because you was at the horse park, and then you gave away some bullshit.
I mean, it's a problem because a lot of people don't look at the cost between the venue, the trophies, the vendors, all of the different things that go into making the show. Threat was serious when it says sometimes it costs a lot of money and you got to get that money back. So it seems like in that situation, they couldn't recoup the venue. Am I lying?
Yeah, but see, what I learned was the one guy, remember the lady that was there claiming that she was running the venue? They were cool. So he didn't pay for the venue. They did some kind of exchange or something to where it was worked out. Now, I could be wrong.
No damn sense then.
This was told to me. So I'm just telling you secondhand what was told to me, that they actually didn't pay all of that money for a venue that you or I would have had to pay. You see what I'm saying? Because the horse park is, the barns were right there where we were. So it's not like we got the outskirts of it. Because that was the Olympic training facility for when they did the Olympics here.
That's a historical land site, damn near. Yeah.
So it was nice and all of that, but when you just can't go through a car show and make it work if you ain't got.
I think the sad part is. Yeah, go ahead. I think what it was, they didn't have the money up front. They knew they was going them. I don't think they had the money up front because.
Yes, they did. When they sat right here at this table, that man pulled out enough money to buy every trophy I could think about making in his pocket.
Wow.
Yeah, he got it.
You show up on the mortgage?
I don't know what it was. They ain't my business. I know they was bragging about, oh yeah, I buy anything you got. So he was throwing out extravagant numbers. I want 50 of them and 30 of them. I'm like, hold on, no, wait a minute. Let me tell you what this costs. Oh no, that's too much. We'll get back with you. We won't get back with you. And then he went and bought that. So it could have been mortgage money, but he damn sure flashed it.
Yeah, I think that's what that was, because if you had the money that you were gonna have at the end of the show, at the beginning of the show, you can afford those trophies.
Yeah,
I don't think that's what the case was. I think
all right, so we already talked. So when Skip took a break, we talked about that, and I don't think we got to say that again. Saturday, I don't know what y'all doing. Infusion.
Yes, I'm judging the show.
Okay, Skip is judging that show. That's Saturday. That show starts at 10 to 2.
Yep. And listen, everybody. Sorry for cutting you off. It starts at 10 o'clock. It's not going to start at 11:30.
Infusion don't play.
But Forest Park is involved in this too. It's Infusion and Forest Park. The police will be there, ambulance, fire trucks, nurses. They're going to have all kind of stuff set up, stuff for the kids.
Infusion is always very
performances. It starts at 10 o'clock
a.m.
And
it ends at 2 o'clock.
You're going to be out of there.
Right. 2:30, it's going to be traffic. That's what it's going to be. I'm telling you. So like I said, I don't know how many spectators we have, but if you plan on coming, get your ass up and come on.
And they got good trophies.
Don't do that grand entrance shit.
Do they got good? Hold on, what kind of trophies they got, Skip?
I didn't make them. Forest Park, they're not small. They're not small.
They got good trophies.
But I didn't make them. Forest Park uses some trophy guy in that area. But they're not plastic bullshit either.
No, they got good. They normally have good trophies every year. I didn't get one last year, but
I made the ones last year.
I didn't get one. I didn't get one.
But no, it's gonna be a good show, man. And y'all know DJ Thread has the
Macon
Atlanta versus Macon.
Yeah,
tomorrow afternoon in Macon. Tomorrow in Macon. He wants people to go to this show in the morning and then go to Macon for his in the afternoon. I think that's what Hulk gonna do.
Elite gonna be there. Or Hulk gonna be in Myrtle. Elite is gonna be there, and the Hulk Mobile is going.
To who shows?
Both of them.
Balling. How you got somebody driving your car 600 miles away? Who do that? But yeah, man. Camaro Nation show Saturday. Did you let everybody know that we're going to be doing the podcast?
Yes, we're going to be live on deck at the show first time. And we're going to it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be like a sporting event. So if y'all see us there, don't front on us. Let's be nice. Hulk is gonna be off site. Have some fun. Let's get to know each other and let's let everybody come together as one. I think it's gonna be dope.
I'm gonna be in cuss mode. I'm letting y'all know.
Oh, it's going down.
Big Mouth of the South is gonna have the mic and he's coming to everybody.
Yeah, we're gonna have.
And I'm going to ask the uncomfortable questions.
Yeah. We're going to bring them. Now you can't hide. Now if we're at the car show, your car is there, nigga. Don't play. Now we can zoom in and see the efficiencies.
Yeah. Oh, I told you. We're going to see the
Oh, yeah.
It's going to make your eyes bug. I promise
you. There's a lot of people, including a lot of people that's been on this show, supposed to be there.
Yeah. Shadows, and lack of light can make you look like a 10-carat diamond.
So we're gonna see, and especially all of the people that hasn't shown their cards that have been on this show. We specifically want to have a little bit of time with them. Let's say, okay. So it's gonna be fun. What else we got? So we got Infusion, we got Macon versus Atlanta. So we already know Atlanta gonna smoke them.
Next week, don't we got a couple of shows next week?
Next week there's one in Athens. Dude sent me the flyer.
Is that the same one that they always have? Because I think I've been to that one before too.
Is that the Camaro car show in Athens?
I don't think it's a Camaro one.
Ocho car show.
You mean Camaro All-Stars?
Yeah, is that Ocho's?
No. Hold on.
Asking, I don't know because I know he normally have one in Athens.
No, I hadn't heard of that.
But
well, it's y'all can't see that. Hold on.
Military Muscles having their light show on Saturday.
Yes, they are. No, that's not Saturday, is it?
Yeah, this is this Sunday, August the 22nd.
Yeah, Military Muscles also having one on Sunday as well. They having they're having the light show on Saturday, and there's also another show early Saturday as well. It should be, I think it's like 2 shows on Saturday, 1 on Sunday. Yeah, that wasn't that one. Yep.
Hold on. I didn't hear about that.
Saturday Night Lights. That's what it's called.
Saturday Night Lights, yes.
Yes.
And that one actually is going to a good cause. I can't remember what that good cause is.
It's going to my man right here, Audio Red. His truck got burned up.
That's the one on Sunday. No, that's the one on Sunday. I think the one on Saturday is going to Turbo because he need a new engine.
I heard that too. Do they have
Wait a minute, what? What did you just say?
I heard that too, though.
No, I didn't hear you. Say it again.
It's going to Turbo because he's getting a third engine, a new engine.
Turbo blew his engine, I heard, on the street.
I just found this out this week.
That's why he said this. This is who you talking about, Red Boy, right?
Yeah.
And his is on Sunday.
Somebody said his truck on fire in his driveway or something like that.
Yeah, that was crazy. That stuff was crazy. And
I'm actually donating a big trophy to that too. I think I'm giving him a 5-footer.
So y'all support. So that's what's that? That Friday Night Lights.
Friday Night Lights and the 21st. Friday Night Lights is the 21st, and Red's benefit is the 22nd.
See,
okay, cool.
That's not the way I got it, but I'll talk to everybody and try to make sure because I'm not going to leave town to go support somebody else, and we're doing something here for some hometown folks.
Yeah.
So
that's
figure that out.
Yeah, I talked to him this week and he was telling me about it.
August 15th, Street Sin Truck Meet. All truck lovers, welcome. Riverdale.
Now watch this. Y'all know how I am about home team. Who is Street Sin?
Who is who?
What?
Street Sin. Who is Street Sin?
I have no idea.
Exactly.
Sorry.
You see what I'm saying? If they don't come into this circle, don't ask nobody to come out of this circle. You get what I'm saying?
But see,
that was the mantra we created the ACC on. If you support everybody in the circle,
you get
that.
And you get what you get.
So who is Street Sin?
I don't know.
All right, let's keep moving. But hey, man, it's what it is, man. You can't say it one week and not say it the next week. I'm consistent with it. Support is support is support. It's spelled the same way.
Mm-hmm. Yep. They got a lot more stuff in September. We're gonna get to that later, but I think that's it for this weekend and next weekend. Gentlemen, what else we got before we wrap up?
I'm looking forward to this live show. It's going to be so good.
Very fun.
I'm telling you, man. If I don't know how many people, well, it don't matter. Whoever we have watching, if y'all out there with y'all cars, man, and y'all see me coming with that mic, it's 1 or 2 things you can do: leave or get ready for the questions.
And he might be live. He might be live on with the Atlanta Car Cast and had a microphone at the same time. So you might be getting both times 2.
Well, see, I'm not hosting the car show. I'm there for Atlanta Car Cast. Yes. I'm not judging the car show. So for the people that got an issue with me judging, I will not be judging Camaro Nation show. And if you see me with a clipboard in my hand, they done gave me a bunch of goddamn money. That is it. I promise you.
You'll get a chance to see my VP's car out there. It's gonna be out there. My VP and my
nobody care about your little VP car, man.
And my president's car.
They care more about your VP body than our car.
We need some milk.
Hey, listen. At the show Saturday, at the show Sunday, right? I was calling people names, and you know, people.
Why?
I said, "Hey, man, y'all better clap for every goddamn body." So it picked up a little bit, everybody else, and I called her name. I bullshit you not, Mark. When I said, Miss Deadpool, I'm like, what the fuck? So I say, oh, okay. They cheered for your car. Let me see what they cheered for. And the crowd went crazy.
Hey, she earned that, though. Let me say something.
Also, hold on. And they got mad at Skip because Skip didn't want to tease me.
Yeah.
They got mad.
I make the sound effects. Like, I didn't do it. Oh, Skip, goddamn, man. You ain't make the noise.
What the hell?
I didn't hear the music. My bad.
That was going to be my question. One of these shows, like, when are we going to stop doing that?
They like it.
They love it.
They love it.
They like it. Again, like I said, man, that's what it's about for me more than anything else. If I can't make you laugh, have a good time, and go home, then I fail. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, man.
When it comes, let me say one thing about Miss Deadpool. Because when she first started out, especially as a female in the game, you can get discouraged real easy. And she kept asking, and she was like, well, why does this car win? And how do I win? And yada, yada, yada. And it was a lot of little nuggets that I had to drop on her because, I had been involved in for a while. So I said, one of the things you got to do is, when Skip comes around, you got to have a conversation with the judges. You got to say, hey, this is what I'm doing. Because like you said earlier, Skip, you don't know what people change from week to week. You could change 14 different things. You got to have a conversation with the judge. Everybody thinks that when you set your car up and you put all your sweat in and then you go sit down, it's ready. No, you got to have a conversation. So one show, after we had that conversation, she had the conversation with the judge. And I don't know if it was Skip or not. And then she ended up winning her first.
That was me, Phil.
Okay.
I'm a bad motherfucker. Don't be trying to take my little shine.
She won that trophy. And she ran up to me. She said, I did it. I said, I told you. All you got to do is you got to show them what you're doing. You got to rep your shit. And you know what I'm saying? You got to put your shit out there and make it proud. And then she was so excited.
But hold on. Let me add to that. Let me add to that. And some people have a tendency to think that when you talking to the judge and showing the judges,
I was just going to say that.
They think you manipulating the judge.
But no. Let me go ahead and dispel that rumor right now. I ask people to walk around their car with me. Because even though I've seen a lot, I've judged 1,000 different types of cars, you could change your shocks. That changes the stance on your car. And I can't see the shocks. But I can see it's been lowered or raised. But I'm thinking you could have just added air or let air out of it. So when you tell me those small things, that's what gets you that half a point, that extra point to win. So I say to you, for the judge of car, Mark, you ready? Matter of fact, come on, man, tell me about some things that I'm gonna miss. And I say it that way because if you change the hood ornament or the bezel on your steering wheel, or you've done something to your gear shift, I might look right past it, thinking, okay, well, it wasn't done last week. So when people see people walking around their car with me and I'm judging, they can't manipulate me because number one, I'm not writing on the scores while I'm standing in their face because they won't get to see what I judge them on. Now, this is where my transparency comes in at. After the show, if you want to see the sheet, I have no problem with showing you. And then this is what I deemed your car. And then you can say, well, damn, why I got a 7? I can tell you why you got a 7. Well, why didn't you put a score there? Well, it was closed. So you got a 0. You see what I'm saying?
They said it about me. They said I manipulate the judges.
Well, you know what? Sometimes you gotta be that asshole and say, "Well, why would I have to when my car is already better than yours?" You see what I'm saying? That's a shot. You think about this now. You think about this. If you had an average car, in other words, no wrap, stock paint, 24s on it, interior done. That's average. And you still won best of shows or best rap or whatever. They got a right to say that. But the people that say that shit to you, no, I don't know who said it to you, but your car's better than this. I can almost guarantee it. So they're throwing shots at you. That's the way they get points with the people around. Yeah, I told him he manipulated the judge. Him and Skip cool. Versus saying, well, since you say I manipulated the judge, show me where your car better than mine. That'll stop all that shit. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to punch somebody right in the mouth with words.
Yep.
Please believe, so, if Skip was being manipulated, he would be half the shit that he's in. Trust me.
And like I was telling old boy, I have a resume, man. You see what I'm saying? I'm teaching my daughter how to look at cars like I do. At my show, since you brought that up, she may be the one leading the judging. You see what I'm saying? Now I'm not gonna let her fall on her face because these rings now are gonna carry more weight than everything else. But having her make the decision, and then I can critique it right there on the spot. It's a beautiful thing.
Oh yeah. Please.
And for anybody else listening, man, if y'all want to learn how to judge, it's free. It's free. You see me judging the car, walk with me. Skip what you're doing. Well, what you see that and then I'll go so far to say, here's the paperwork. Judge this car. Put a dot up under the number what you think it is. And then I'm gonna tell you what I think, and I'm gonna tell you why, and then you can compare what you did to what I did, and that's an insight on what it takes to judge, or what it takes to formulate that opinion, or why I did what I did, and what you need to change from week to week when you're judging individual cars. I don't mind teaching. Matter of fact, 2 years ago, Mark, I taught some guys in Camaro Nation when I judged this show that's going to be this Sunday. Y'all come on, man. Let me show y'all what I do. Yeah. Now, when we judged those 4 or 5 cars, they went, one judge this side, one judge this side. They met back in the middle. We all sat down. We went over the paperwork.
Discussed it.
And we discussed it. Yep. So like I said, man, I want to give this knowledge away. You see what I'm saying? Because this is good knowledge. This ain't knowledge to where you can get rich and you can't. Everybody can take this same knowledge and make it work in their respective areas. So, that's me in a nutshell.
So how do you feel about shows that got 3 and 4 or 5 judges?
It won't work. It doesn't work. And here's why.
Too many chefs in the kitchen.
Exactly.
Yep.
Nutshell. And the reason being, all chefs cook different. It may taste the same, but this ingredient could be less. They could put less of this ingredient and more of this one, and give it a more spicy effect. It might seem hotter when it's actually the same. It could taste a little more sour. It could taste a little sweeter, or whatever the case may be. When it comes to judging, I might like big rims, whereas you focus on paint, or you might like wraps. You see what I'm saying? So you're going to give more love to what you like versus judging individual cars. That's why I judge what's in front of me versus judging what I like. See, because if I look at every car and say, well, ain't nobody getting a 10, don't see no rims bigger than 34s. You see what I'm saying? Or it's too many wraps out here, so well, we know what Hulk wrap is, so Hulk's number 1. Let's pick Mr. for number 2. Whatever the case may be. You got to judge what's in front of you and apply your criteria to that every single car you stand in front of. And all judges don't judge the same way. So 2 judges, fine, because y'all can discuss, what y'all do different or what y'all see different in the car. But more than 2 is a clusterfuck. It's just what it's going to be. Because one of those 2 or 3 or 4, whoever it is, going to say, well, shit, I like Skip, man. I won't Skip to win. So that's my pick. I don't care about the rest of them. Y'all can do whatever, but Skip need to win.
Right.
It's going to happen.
Yep.
It's going to happen.
Okay.
But that's how I feel about multiple judges. And I'm not saying it can't work, but like I was saying about when we were talking about doing the North against the South thing, if I'm going to be the judge for the South, I need to meet up with the judge from the North. I need to go to a show with him and watch how he judges those types of cars, and then pick his brains, and then he do the same with me as a judge at a show for the South. So now when we have this show, if we have it, the North and the South judge can go judge. They sit down and compare the 2. They come to an agreement, and then they do the awards. That's the only way it's going to work. We can't do an outside judge because the outside judge could have a whole nother set of criteria that none of us are used to.
Yeah.
And then look like, well, he came from the north side, that's why they won. You
that's exactly what they're gonna say. Or they came from the south side, that's why they're gonna win.
Right.
That's exactly what they're gonna say.
But see, that's why I said I told Nitty and the guy Shaq that was on here that night, hey man, y'all get y'all a judgment and let us know, and we can all sit down and talk and figure some things out and pick each other's brain on what we like and dislike and what we see and don't see. And then we can make this happen. But other than that, doing the internet thing where the votes come in and all of that, it just ain't gonna work. That's my opinion. Now, if it comes to the point where we just need to do something, I'm all in, because that's two different cultures or scenes coming together and having fun at the end of the day. But it's Mark, I think I told you about some issues this past week. It's already hot and heavy now, and we ain't getting it. It's already punches being thrown, so to speak. And I don't think I want to be a part of it, because I don't think it's gonna end up well. But that's my opinion, and I'm all for the scene, so we'll see.
All right, y'all. So with that being said, come out to these shows, support the culture. We're gonna be back on our regularly scheduled production time, which is Fridays at 9 p.m.
Yeah, because somebody decided they want to be late tonight, like everybody.
My apologies. I know our viewing is going to take a hit, but we'll be back next Friday. And I don't know, we might do Thursday. I don't know. We might start going live.
Nope.
Sporadically.
The only time, in my opinion, ladies and gentlemen of the audience, the only reason we will do Thursday is in case one of us, 3 or 4, have a family issue where we got to leave out of town something Friday and we can't make it. Thursday is the emergency day. Reason being is because Friday's the first day of the weekend, and people could do this getting ready to go out.
Yeah,
or whatever.
What
Thursday, they got to prepare for work tomorrow.
It sounded like Skip needed to go live. We need to do a whole show the other day, but we ain't do it. So, but yeah, Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Skip, on all platforms. Go ahead.
Who was Miss Kalisha?
I don't know. That's one of the Hawk people. I don't know. Let me see.
Who was Miss Kalisha, Hawk?
Is that how you pronounce her name? You know, black people can't spell their name.
Kalisha. That's Kalisha.
That's Miss K.
Who is she?
Miss K.
That's my secretary. She's a queen.
She thought Elite Muscle got some fine ass women. And you spell women wrong. That's woman. It should be W-O-M-E.
Guess where she is? Guess where she is?
Where?
On the other side of this wall in Myrtle Beach.
She up there with you. Talking about she got some fine ass woman. Nope, you correct. That is women. Y'all got more than one woman.
She might be at dinner right now because they just.
Ain't no matter what she is. She misspelled the word and I'm getting them. Damn it. And look, dead people talking about yes. She ain't talking about you. No, yes, she is.
Lord have mercy.
But anyway, man, crazy. For all the people in the audience, man, thank y'all for tuning in.
Yes.
Hope y'all learned some things about some of the stuff we said. And remember, man, if I'm at a car show, I am 100% approachable about any and everything concerning judging. If I got anything to do with the show, I definitely could point you in the right direction. And normally when I'm involved in the show, we don't have any altercations of BS. So
absolutely.
And I'm the same way. If I'm at a show, I'm approachable.
Man, don't piggyback off me. Don't piggyback off me.
Don't give me no garbage. That's the first thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna point you to Skip. Skip's about that smoke.
And y'all can tell a friend. Tell another friend.
The show is coming.
It's
Winter is coming with all that ice.
Yeah.
Winter is coming.
Hopefully. So, Skip, can a person win more than one of those?
At this show, no. I'm going to have, like I said, I have a bunch of them. So I'm thinking of doing best of for individual categories, which I'll name them. And then I'll probably do a top 20. And then I'll still have a best in show trophy cup something for the person with the best in show. I may do something for best engine, best rims, all of that. But the rings themselves, everybody will only get one. I don't care what you bring. You're only going to get one.
I'm bringing
That's
2
it.
cars.
Well, you'll get 2 if both of your cars win. I'm gonna say that. But no, there's only 1 per car. I don't care how good it is, whatever. Now, and see, I gotta say this.
I'm gonna bring my sidekick.
If you bring out a 64 and you get best old school, but then you got best paint, you can win best paint.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get that best paint to somebody else.
Moving along
now. You see what I'm saying?
I heard that.
1 car is only gonna get 1 ring. Now, if I got a best paint trophy, of course, because I'm gonna have trophies too.
Yeah.
You can win a trophy and a ring. I'm not saying that, but each car is only going to get 1 ring. I don't care what you bring, what you got. So don't come and tell me he just cheated me out of shit. No, you knew it going in. It's going to be on the thing. And when I get closer to the date, I will be making sure that people understand. I don't care what kind of car you bring, but you're only going to get 1 of these rings per car.
It's going to be a dope show, Skip. It's going to be a dope show.
Yeah, man. I had to announce it here. The Battle for the Rings 2 is coming. Y'all get your vehicles ready. It's called, it said, but real quick, it has a car and a motorcycle here. And it says state champion. On this side, it says Skip's Trophies and More. Me. On this side, it says 2021 winner. This is the ring from the front, the bottom, the top.
The thing is massive.
Yeah.
The size. This makes your class ring look small. Yeah. My wedding ring, this ring.
Yeah, you can clobber somebody with that.
Oh, that's dangerous.
Yeah.
And they are all 1 size. I will have some chains out there, so if you decide to wear it like this, that's what it'll look like.
You gonna bring one of them on Sunday?
Yes, I'll have it around my neck.
Okay, so people can
it.
see
This is what I will be giving the chain away with it. It's a size 10. So again, it fits on my ring finger, but it doesn't fit on none of other fingers. They're too big. But it's only a size 10. And again, I will be making another video with these to show them once we get closer to the date, once I get a nice venue and everything else. But it's coming. Battle for the Rings 2, state championships.
Okay. So with that being said, we're finna get on out of here. We're gonna see y'all next Friday, 9 p.m. Tell a friend to tell a friend, and then we also gonna catch y'all at Camaro Nation's car show on Sunday, 12 p.m. sharp. We're gonna have fun. Bring your kids. It's gonna be fun. Hawk won't be there, but he's gonna be virtual. And then we're gonna go from there. So with that being said, we out, y'all.
My pipe is